Glenn Zerbeski. I'm part of the leading edge Speckle Park bull sale and female sale. We have a display here at Ag in Motion. We started with the beef breeds display 2 years ago and had the first Speckle Park on display here. As a group, we got together with our sale partners, Rob and Janice Harris-Simchuk from Cudworth, Harv and Fran Fair from Hague, and ourselves, Barb, my wife, and myself, Glenn Zerbeski, from Green Hills Livestock. We run Speckle Park cattle, and we had an interest and started breeding them, thinking that they would have a positive impact in the commercial beef business. We can see a use for them for the commercial producer in a crossbreeding program. So we got involved here, did our display as just a group of breeders, and then changed it to the leading edge Speckle Park Breeders Group. Now we have a yearly bull sale, third week in April at Saskatchewan Livestock Sales, and it consists of 20 to 30 bulls and 10 females as well as genetic and semen lots. We market all over Western Canada into the US as well as overseas, but our primary focus is the commercial cattlemen. We see these cattle as being developed in Canada, in Saskatchewan, and being developed by ranchers for ranchers in real world conditions. We think they'll fit many programs, and they have a lot to offer the beef business. We have an offering for everyone, but our focus and our prime directive of the sale is to get more Speckle Park bulls in commercial cattle herds where guys can see what a Speckle Park bull can do for you. We think Speckle Park can add to any program that's involved in a rotational crossbreeding system.
Hello, my name is Christina Just and I'm a director on the Saskatchewan Hereford Association board. I would like to invite you today to our display at the 2020 Ag in Motion virtual tour show and our Saskatchewan Hereford booth. We have a mixed cattle and grain operation in East Central Saskatchewan, just west of Yorkton on Highway number 16. We have a 70 head cow-calf operation that has about 50% purebred or commercial Herefords as well as Hereford cross cattle. And we've always run a Hereford bull on our farm. And we do sell some seed stock off the farm as well as into the feed market as well. This year behind us, we have 3 yearling heifers as well as a yearling bull. I did bring one of our Black Angus Hereford cross heifers just to show what you can get if you were to take a top-notch Hereford bull and put it on those good commercial cattle that are out there in all over parts of Saskatchewan. The Saskatchewan Hereford Association is one of the oldest associations in the province of Saskatchewan. It was formed in 1919 by a number of Hereford producers in an attempt to promote and develop the Hereford breed with focus on family. There's over 188 Hereford breeders currently in the province of Saskatchewan. And if you were looking for a bull or replacement females for your herd, there are plenty of sales throughout the province throughout the year, such as the Hereford weekend in October, where there's 5 production female sales, as well as in the spring, where there is a number of purebred bull sales throughout the province. If you are looking for replacement females or a herd sire for your commercial or purebred herds, by all means take a look at our Canadian Hereford Association Digest or the Saskatchewan Cattle Call. All of the sales are listed in those 2 magazines with their dates and locations as well as contact information in some of the ads that are placed there as well. Another thing that the Saskatchewan Hereford Association does is to promote our youth shows with Beefarama show that we have that is strictly for Hereford and Hereford influence heifers shown and owned by junior members within the province. Our National Junior Show and our National Junior Association gives young people across Canada exposure to the Hereford breed. It teaches them leadership skills, organizational skills, as well as the importance of taking care of and looking after and preparing their calves from birth through to show and sale. The Canadian Hereford Association has a number of programs on the go right now, as well as some trials that they've been involved in throughout the years. And I highly recommend not only looking at our Saskatchewan Hereford Association website for the benefits of the Hereford breed, but also the Canadian Hereford Association website. The Canadian Hereford Association is doing wonders in promoting and improving, as we all need to continue to do, the Hereford breed. And in such programs such as the program, it's called the Herd Efficiency Program. The Canadian Hereford Association website is highly recommended for cattle producers to go on and to take a look at to see what the Canadian Hereford Association is doing to promote and improve the Hereford breed. And we've done nothing but take from that and improve since then to the animals such as what you see behind me today.
Hello everyone, my name is Tim Andrew. I would like to welcome you to the Andrew Ranch's Limousine Cattle presentation at the Ag in Motion Discovery Plus virtual event. Our story begins in 1956 with my parents, Jim and Dorothy Andrew, who married that year and bought a ranch northeast of Youngstown, which is located in the often parched special areas halfway between Calgary and Saskatoon. Shortly into their ranching career and beginning their family, Jim attended a field day at the Lacombe Research Station featuring the new Continental breeds with the first Limousin bulls on display. He was captivated by the long-bodied, heavily muscled animals and decided that this would be our breeding direction for years to come. The ranch has expanded to nearly 700 mother cows and 17,000 acres with the help of sons Greg and his wife Linnea, along with Tim, his wife Lois, and their son Clayton. A decision was made in 2003 to establish a purebred herd to primarily raise ranch bulls for our own use. To this end, we have purchased a very uniform set of young functional cows from the Stewart Farming Program of Stettler. With this solid base from long-time reputation breeders, and by partnering with other elite breeders to share walking bulls, we continue to focus on raising docile, sound, fertile, and muscular bulls that will not only raise the consistency of our own calf crop, but also have expanded the depth of our bullpen to offer seed stock to our growing customer base. This year, we will be breeding nearly 100 purebred females. We will continue to center these breeding decisions on disposition, birth weight, structural soundness, and true Limousin character. We are also trying to improve the udder structure on our females in order to improve the productive life in our herd. The popularity of the Limousin breed is well established in this area, with over 8,000 cows being bred Limousin within a 50-mile radius of our ranch. The breed is a natural fit for a program that is searching for a crossbreeding option that calves easily, produces vigorous, fast-growing calves that bring top dollar through the sales ring. An excellent example of the Limousin genetics in a large ranch setting is the Connor Brothers operation at Hanna. This family breeds nearly 1,000 Angus-based cows Limousin each year. This allows them to take advantage of marketing opportunities all year long. Whether selling fresh weaned calves off the cows in the fall, backgrounded stockers in the spring, or marketing short keep grass cattle in late summer, the extra stretch and muscle expression of these Limousin crossbreds are consistently rewarded with significant returns over straight bred commodity cattle. These grass steers that are pictured will be offered in early August via DLMS at a 1,025 pound base weight. Look for them to top the market again. When high quality feeder cattle meet excellent feed and management, expect profitable returns. This is the case at KCL Cattle Company at Coaldale. Here, 25,000 top quality feeder cattle are developed to harvest, with KCL's attention to every detail from precise grain tempering and milling, on-site supplement manufacture, 3 times a day feeding, and concrete-like fly ash paving of feed pens to improve pen conditions. Every aspect of production is looked after to maximize returns. Here, Limousin feeder cattle are highly valued for their increased yield and feed efficiency. Among elite finishers, where investments in land, machinery, livestock inventory, human resources, and risk management are all at stake, the premium carcass yields that the Limousin breed offers are held in high regard. KCL owner Les Wall has shown leadership in the industry by his involvement with the Verified Beef Production Plus program. This project financially rewards producers who enroll and offer third-party auditing of their records in order to prove the wholesomeness of the beef supply. These programs are essential for the beef industry to expand market share. In the very competitive world of beef processing, the packer has the final say as to the returns on each load. The name of the game is carcass yield, and this is where Limousin cattle shine. Using these real-world figures obtained from Norwich Packers, an elite family-owned beef harvest company that caters to the high-end butcher shops and white tablecloth restaurant chains in the Toronto region, we can easily see why the money follows the Limousin finished animal. At the end of the day, the extra returns from the Limousin animal is what drives the demand for this breed of beef cattle. It has been our pleasure these past years to participate at the Ag in Motion Farm Show. The acceptance of our Limousin program by the beef producers of Western Canada has been very gratifying as we show the docility and quality of stock that the Limousin breed has evolved to today. We hope that you will consider a Limousin bull as you try to improve your beef cattle returns. On behalf of our family, I would like to thank our partners for allowing us to show off their operations as well and their Limousin successes. Connor Brothers, Daryl and Brian Connors, KCL Cattle Company, Les Wall, Norwich Packers, Matthew Heleniak. Thank you for your time and attention. Hope to see you next year at Ag in Motion 2021.
Hi, I'm Lisa Gunther, editor of Canadian Cattleman magazine, and I have Bob Cochran on the line here, general manager of Highline Manufacturing. Bob's going to tell us all about the AccuMix AM1000s TMR. Just to start off with, tell us a little bit about who the AccuMix is designed for.
Sure, you bet. We found there was opportunity in Western Canada in operations feeding silage to improve efficiencies. Operators looking to feed more accurately and in less time, with less labor and with fewer machines. Our target group is dairies and feedlots, and to a lesser extent, large beef operations, cow-calf operations have to be larger, but feeding at least 1,000 hours a year. That's kind of our target size, and then it can be up into the 4,000 hours per year. So that would be for the machine with a loading arm. And then we also offer a machine without a loading arm option, and that would be for the large operations running multiple machines and having a central feeding area.
And I understand that precise ration control is important for these types of operations. What are some of the features that enable control over ingredients?
The loading arm has an adjustable conveyor speed. That allows the operator to adjust the flow of material into the tub depending on the commodity being loaded, and makes it very easy with that steady stream of material to shut off at exactly the right time to get really a precise add, as compared to maybe loading in with a grapple or with a loader where you're loading in large amounts at a time and it's hard to get that balance. So that's one aspect. Another feature is we have a patented load cell set up on our machine on the tub so that it's not affected by frame movement or by the loading arm moving up and down, to give very precise load weights. And then the most important part of any ration is the mix, getting that mix really consistent. And so with our screw design, the tests that we've been doing on farm have been very positive and have shown very good results, a very consistent ration through feed out. So it's been good.
So the tubs have 2 hydraulically driven screws. Are the speeds customizable as well?
Yeah, that's right. So we have 3 settings on the display, low, medium, and high, that can just be selected quite easily off the display during feeding. Depending on what stage, whether we're loading, mixing, unloading. And then those are all adjustable. They can be preset by the operator from 1 up to 55 RPM.
So the AccuMix also has unloading conveyors in the front. And what are the advantages of that type of design?
Yeah, that's a unique feature of our machine compared to other self-propelleds on the market. The big advantage there is visibility. So when we're unloading at the bunk or in a barn, it's really important to have visibility to see where that feed is being delivered and to get a consistent windrow. There's no need to look back. You don't have to reference mirrors or be looking at your feed out through cameras. Another kind of a neat aspect of it is that in barns that have dead end alleyways where you're not able to turn around or drive through, you can feed out right till the end. And then we can shift our unloading from left to right. So you can feed out on the left side and stop, and then move to the right and feed out and back out of those types of barns.
Oh, that's really neat. And what are some of the features that would be handy for those who are feeding silage?
Our milling head, I guess, as compared to a grapple, like the traditional way of loading out of a silage pit, you would grab the material and load it into your mixer. The milling head does a really good job of facing the silage pit, so it leaves a really nice, tight, even face, and that minimizes spoilage. You can often see that in a pit where a grapple's been used. It's a really uneven face, and when that gets exposed, there's spoilage in a relatively short period of time. You know, pits and piles are growing taller with larger operations, so our arm can reach up over 20 feet, so it can take off a fairly large pile. And another thing we've done in some of the testing and some of the demos we've done is loaded bagged silage as well, and it cleans up quite nice. Operators have been concerned about grabbing plastic or how that would clean, and it actually cleans it up quite well.
And of course, Western Canadian conditions can be really tough out in the field. So What are some of the design features that help this mixer to stand up to such extreme conditions?
Our design team, Saskatchewan farm kids. And so we know cold winters and we know hot summers and everything that happens in between. And so when we designed this machine, that was our intent, was to make sure that it could operate here in those extreme conditions that we grew up in. So we have a hydraulic drive. It has all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive capability through a transfer case. And then we run on really large tires comparable to a payloader or a grader, quite a large tire compared to some other ones out there. We've tested and operated in muddy conditions in the spring, snow and ice in 40 below. The 40 below testing is having a hydraulic system that can handle the cold and an engine that can handle the heat. We run a CAT engine, and we've done testing kind of in these extreme conditions over the last 5 years, and it stood up well. So it was really a focus to make a machine that doesn't require a yard that's concrete or pavement, which is typical in some parts of the world, but it's not so typical here, and that's what we've got.
Great, thanks Bob. Thanks for telling us all about your AccuMix AM1000.
Thank you.